So we're going to look at two ASDM challenges. The first one will look at enabling a priority queue on our interfaces, and the second one will look at setting up a static ARP cache for the device. So in the first one, we'll set up priority queue on a certain interface, and then we'll define the queue limit and the transmit ring limit as defined in the number of packets. Okay, so we open up our normal ASDM interface, and we go to properties. So in this case, we need to set up the name of the interface on E1 as 5. And then we'll go to properties, and if we try and find priority queue on properties, it should be somewhere here. And now we'll add our priority queue, and in this case it's on 5. It has a queue limit of 30 and then a TX run limit of 2. Accept those parameters and we can see that we have that correct. So we'll just check that our device actually has all the parameters. So we can go over here if we want to a show run, and then we should find that we have our priority queue here and a queue limit set. For the next one, we'll set up a static ARP cache. Sometimes we have devices which do not respond to ARP, or which we want to protect against ARP poisoning. So we can set up an ARP cache, static ARP cache inside the machine. So in this case again, we'll go and we'll configure just one of the interfaces. So we'll configure E0. So in this case E0 is Manchester. And then we go to properties, and we need to now find our static ARP cache. Add a new one. So we want this on Manchester. The IP address is this 22.6 and the MAC address is this 33.bbc5. So we have Manchester 91.19.22, and we just check the MAC address and everything's fine there. We can also set up the ARP timeout 12403. So again, once we complete, we can have a look to see what our running config is, just to check that we actually have the details in there. So we can see there the ARP timeout.